welcome to my new reading vlog, part 2 of the Cassandra Clare reading vlog, until Chain of Iron comes out. I'm sitting here watching the Larry Lawton video, the prison guy, and I also have this, doing another video, have my books out on the floor. Oh, there's Simon. Hey, Simon. Yep, it was guinea pig cage day. So that's what I'm doing. So let's see. Pause. And my door's open because it's a little roasty and I want some fresh air in the house to air out, you know, stuff. So I'm gonna just sit you down here. So there we go. Hi. Oh wait, where are you? There we go. Adjusting. So right now I'm waiting for this video to upload, or at least not upload, be render. That's what it's called, export. I don't know technical terms. All I know is that it smushes everything together the way I want it. So I did start Lost Book of the White, but I stopped because my brain was like, ooh, how did Simon become a Simon Lovelace instead of Simon Lewis, and how did he become a Shadowhunter? Because he was a vampire, but I know that he ends up being, he's like the Star of David on him, I think, or something like that, where he can enter holy places. I don't remember. It's been a while. But then, which in turn got me on this journey of rereading the 6-book series of the Mortal Instruments. So that's what I'm at right now. So chapter 14. Yes, I have my Clary and Jace bookmark there. So what has happened up to this point is that Imogen, I'm not saying that right, but the Inquisitor is being a bitch. So yes, we know this. We hate her. We don't really hate her. I mean, we just don't. I don't like her per se because the way she talks to people is just so annoying. And we're at the point at the fairy city, fairy kingdom or whatnot, the fairy lands. You know, getting their opinions on like what's happening, who's killing who, and how Valentine's involved with it. And right now, they're still thinking that he's still Jace's dad. It's like, no, you're not Jace's dad. And Simon's being a little whiny and all that stuff. And he just unburied himself from his little grave that he made, because now he's a vampire now, so he has to deal with being a vampire and all that stuff and coping with that. And maybe you're getting a little bit more of Magnus activity, which I didn't realize. Okay, in Chain of Iron and Chain of Gold and all that stuff, in that series, and also, if I'm not mistaken, in the Dark Artifices, no, what is that series called? Oh my god, the Infernal Devices, that one. Fall down, go boom. I feel like he was more willing to help the Shadowhunters, so I want in those times, but now he's less likely to help them. Like in for instance, he just helps Lucy Herringdale in Chain of Iron, like with no hesitation. That's what he does. Like that's his thing. And he helps James with his thing about how he's still going into the Shadow Realm and all that stuff. And I don't remember ever. I didn't realize how much he's less likely to help the Shadowhunters now in the New York Institute. I want to know what happened that made him less likely to help him. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's because he's just partial to the Herringdales and stuff because of oh my god, Jem and Will and Tessa. Maybe that's why he was more willing. Maybe that could be it. He's more partial to those families. That's why he doesn't want a price for it. I never heard him say for the right price or anything else, but he does that with these. I don't know. But enough about that rant. And oh my god, Maris Lightwood, she went the wrong way about handling Jace when he first came back, you know, about trying to kick him out. So because of the Inquisitor coming by, like she could have done that a little bit better, but I just can't blame her. But I mean, I don't know, because you gotta get like as I know she's a good, right? But like when you first meet her, it's like, oh bitch, oh you just kicked him out, like, what? And So we're getting all that right now. So it was all driving. Anyway, that's all. That's about what that's gonna be. So guess I'm gonna make my thumbnail for the video that I just made, and yay, I'm gonna do that. I like what I did with it. I'm wearing my onesie. Nope, I want you in there. Thank you. Boop, 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 boop. So that's all I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna be cooking like a stir fry thing. I don't know if I'm gonna make rice with it or I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I don't know if I want to make rice or something with it. I know I may do like frozen veggies and stuff, but what the heck? Go away. I didn't mean to do that. How did I end up having 2 pages? I'm confused. I see, like, I use Canvas for my thumbnails, right? Look at this. How did I end up with 2 pages? Maybe that's why wait, trash? There we go. I don't know how I ended up with 2. Oh, maybe because I accidentally clicked that. But let's look at my thumbnail so far. So for right now, until like I have a new update, or if I give you like a food update, I'll do that, and I'll get back with you a little bit later. Then I totally forgot that Jace's dumbass freaking went to the boat where Valentine is, and like kind of negotiated with him. Like, really, dude? Like, why would you do that? Like, I don't understand. Like, why would you go there? Like, now you're hiding something. Like, you're hiding what you did, and if you did get tried by the mortal sword, they get it back. Like, they're gonna find out. That makes you look bad. That makes you, what do they call it? An accomplice? Not an accomplice, but like you're what's that word? I forget. It is where you're not directly involved in anything, but you knew about it, so you're guilty by association. He's guilty by association. Like, he associated with Valentine. He physically went there and talked to him. Like, why would you even do that? I don't understand. The one thing I do like is that Clary has like the ability to create runes, like just by drawing them, and like she's just like whatever. I think whenever she opened Jace's cell from the Silent City when all of the Silent brothers got murdered, like, oh my gosh, a little side note about that, whenever that happened, I thought, like, I thought to myself, like, is this really YA? Like, young adult, you know? I mean, because young adults can't read that, but like, it was like borderline Stephen King content right there. Like, what? Freaky. But anyway, whenever she did that, she just created a rune, I think, and just went, and she was thinking open, and opened. And I don't know if they have a rune for open. I gotta look in the book, or whatever I have for the Shadowhunter's Codex. I gotta look and see if there actually is a rune that's made for opening things. But I thought that was pretty cool. So she could just do that now. And she had a dream about her mom and all that stuff, and she has this mysterious rune in her forum. And she's telling them about how she dreamt about it, and they're like, no way, what? And so we'll figure that part out soon. And like I said, him going to see Valentine, the father that's not his father, came back to bite him in the ass, because somehow Imogen, we don't like her though, the Inquisitor, she somehow knew about the little shard, that the portal he went to go to the Wayland country house and whatnot. She somehow knew about that. I don't know, but she somehow knew that that he would come back to the Lightwoods house, the institute in New York and all that stuff, to go and get it. I mean, could you blame him, really? 'Cause I mean, that is the house that he grew up in, so I mean, so could you really blame him for wanting to get it back, to you know, I mean, sentimental stuff, whatever. But she put a little tracking ruin. She put a piece of paper, tracking ruin, put it in the mirror, and then tracked him. And that's how she knew that that he went to the boat. And now he's in Shadowhunter custody, and he's going to Idris, and whatnot, just suffer his consequences because he was an idiot and had to come out and just say hi to his dad. I don't know why. I really don't. That is ridiculous to me. I don't know why he would ever do that. But it's just the way this lady's just like handling everything. It's just so annoying. Like I just and I from what I think that's actually his grandma or something like that. I think Steven, I know he's a Herringdale, Jace Herringdale. I know he's Herringdale, but I forget. Is he like Steven's son? Is he Steven his dad? I don't know. But I know Imogen's son, Steven, did die. Or whatever. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. So I did know that. And she's kinda mad about it. And she's taken out all her stuff on them, but this is the way she's just talking to these people. Like, she could do it way better. Like, she called Magnus a downworlder, like, and she keeps calling Jace Jonathan. I mean, technically that is his name, but he don't go by that. That's like disrespect. Like, I don't understand. But yeah, he's in jail, and Alec almost confessed his love for Magnus in front of his parents, because Clary created the rune for fearlessness, and he almost did, and he knocked him out. Funny. So yeah, more complaining about Imogen. We hate her. Imogen. Okay, so Imogen, the Inquisitor, she's basically not taking him to Idris or nothing. She's just planning on heading him back to Valentine, thinking that he'll be a good trade. Jay started telling her that ain't gonna happen. He's not like that, blah blah blah, and she didn't believe him. And something else we'll see. We're gonna find out later. And then all of a sudden, Maya, the werewolf lady, she ends up running away to go, I guess, find Simon or one. I don't know. I think that she's gonna find Simon. I don't know. Do that, and then she got nabbed, I believe, by Valentine, and then she calls Simon. Clary calls Simon to figure out what that's up about. And then someone's breaking in, and then it turned out it was Valentine, so he kidnapped Simon too. Yep, kidnapped Simon right underneath. So yeah, I know there's a big battle on the ship or on the boat, so we're gonna get to that soon. So. And I got the onions and veggies and whatever in here. I don't know if I need to add the other bag. I don't know. I may add more random veggies. I may do that. So, cooking away. Look at that. So, I'll update you with the final product, but I don't know if I'm gonna add rice or not. We'll have to see. I don't know. Okay, so I did end up I did end up using rice. See, look at it. Now I'm gonna put it in bowls. So I'm just gonna put you right here. No, maybe right here to put them in the bowls. Let me talk to you about like what happened at the books. I finished City of Ashes. I finished that one. And you know what's funny is I think it's called City of Ashes because the whole ship that they're fighting on gets blown up. So I think that's why it was called that. Now that I'm thinking about it. So anyway, Friday, Valentine, all that stuff. Simon ended up getting all fucked up, right? So when Jace got to him, he ended up noticing like he moved him and stuff, and he saw that, oh wait, he's still like, you know, functioning, he's still alive, and so he gave him his blood and all that stuff, so he ends up living, and because of that he can walk in the sunlight and all that stuff. Imogen, she ends up living, so not living, I'm sorry, she ended up dying. And I guess there was a scar that she noticed on his shoulder or whatnot, and she was gonna reveal something, but she ends up dying. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, she's that was his grandmother. I think that's his relation to him or to her. I think. I'm not sure. I don't quite remember that part, but and then he's having to walk in the sun and all that stuff. Clary she ends up doing this little ruin thing and blows up the whole ship, and then we find out that there's this lady on the train, and her name is, oh my god, I forgot her name, but whatever. She actually said basically leaving us on a cliffhanger. I can break this spell. I can wake your mother. Yeah, so that's a cliffhanger. So I think in this City of Glass, this is where we actually go to Idris and stuff. I believe that's what happens next. And I don't know if Clary's mom wakes up in this book, the next one I'm gonna be reading. I'm not 100% sure, but it could be. But I'm not sure about that one. So, wow. So we're gonna find that out soon. I'm gonna start on the next book, and we're having a good old time. My man had to work late tonight because he had to go and do an install of an oven or something, because he does he works on equipment on different restaurants and shit, so that's great. But it's at Costco, right? And Costco has these ovens, and they can't do it during the day because they're in use. So I guess they sell a shit ton of chickens or whatnot, so he has to do it tonight, but he gets overtime, so that's always good. But a little sad, but that's okay. Whenever I have another update for you guys, I will let you know. Hi, I'm back. I don't know what quality this is gonna be. Light kind of looks a little weird. But anyway, I'm heating up soup because I just want something warm, and I like the juice in the soup in the microwave. Okay. And City of Glass. I'm on chapter 9. So I actually made a good way to jump through it today. I listened to it at work, and I have several thoughts. I want to know, like, I truly want to know why Simon always gets the shitty end of the stick. I'm sitting here thinking, right? the person that he loves very, very much is Clary, right? And she don't love him like that because she's like, no, you're my bestie. And he gets rejected. He gets turned into a rat. And then he gets stolen by the vampires because they think that's one of their dudes, right? And then he gets turned into a vampire. Has to dig his way out of a grave. Then he gets nabbed by Valentine. Almost dies. Now he faces all the discrimination of him being a downloader and shit. And now he's a daywalker. And then as Jace is scheming to go to Idris without Clary because he's a stupid ass. Because he lied to the fucking Clay because he's stupid. And they get attacked by some Forsakens, right? They get attacked, and then he has to take Simon with him to Idris, which is kind of, he also have permission and stuff by the Claves themselves to have a downwarder come in, and they meet with the new Inquisitor. Can't remember the dude's name, but he's a slimy weasel fucker. We don't like him. Literally sweet talks him, and they're actually putting their faith in the Inquisitor for once. Because they're like, maybe this one's not gonna be a fucktard, right? No. He's literally trying to make he's literally pulling a Fudge. How, Fudge tries to deny the fact Voldemort's back, or trying to sweep it under the rug so he gets more campaigns, so he looks better, or whatnot. That's basically what he's doing. He basically, kidnaps, Simon and puts him in a cell because he's trying to make up a fictitious story about how the Lightwoods are at fault for everything, and it's like, no. And he wants to know how he's how he's a daywalker and all that crap, and literally he's starving him to death. Like, what? Oh, and Clary, she literally just does whatever the fuck she wants to do. It's just really thinking anything through. Simon, Jace did tell her off, but I didn't the way he told her off. Some stuff he did say was true, but he was just being ass, And then Sebastian is in there, and we know that's gonna be like. So, we saw a glimpse of how crazy he is, and we get to meet Luke's sister, Amethyst, which is nice. But literally, Clary drew her own little portal thing, and ended up being Idris, and it's like, what the fuck? So, but and then Luke went off somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, so that's what we're up to. But I'm just damn, Simon really, he would really be going through it. Oh, and the Lost Book of the White. They're trying to get that right now. And as of right now, Ragnar Fell is dead. We know he's not, because he comes back in the Lost Book of the White, in that book, a couple years after the incidents was happening, this series. So, yeah. So that's what they're doing. They're literally, getting the Lost Book of the White at, Wayland Manor. So, and I think now I'm at the point where they're about to get attacked by demons. I'm gonna try and carry. Okay. Let's hope that I don't drop this. If I do, I'm gonna be sad. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. And I was listening to it at work, so I have a couple hours left. So I'm gonna see if I can finish it tonight. So maybe get a big portion of it done tonight, and then move on to the fourth book, City of Glass. And then what's the next one called? City of something. City of Fallen Angels, City of Lost Souls, and City of Heaven's Fire. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So I'll catch you on the next update. Here's our Simon. Okay, he's gonna sit here with me while I talk to you about this book. Oh, go and burn it. City of Glass. So, I don't remember where I left you off at. I forgot. Oh, Simon getting the shitty end of the stick. Sit, Simon. Sit. Yeah. Okay. yeah, I talked to you about how Simon always gets the poopy into the stick and how all that happens. And, well, further on, we find out that Jace is indeed not Valentine's son. He basically has angel blood in him. So, so does, Clary and all that stuff. And, Clary finds out through her mother. After her mother, oh, I gotta cut your toes, sweeties. I gotta cut his toes. Oh my goodness, I gotta cut your toes. We might do this since I already have you out. So, did she kind of tells her off? A little bit, because she's, you know, she's holding it for like a while. And, what else? Oh my god, I'm blanking so hard. Anyway, we find out that they're not brother and sister, and Max actually, I don't know if I told you this, but Max dies. So, he ends up betraying everybody, and the person that Simon was in jail with was not Samuel or whoever he said he was. It was actually Hodge. And he tells him how, like, the mirror is supposed to be inside Lakeland and all that stuff, and that's how you rise up, you know, Rousey and all that stuff, blah. So then that's when Sebastian / Jonathan reveals his epic plan to everybody, and then just tries to take everybody out. And oh, Simon, why are you trying to escape? Just sit in the lab. Oh, I love you too. You do. Okay, thank you for the armlets. But and then they make it out of it and all that stuff because the whole building is coming down and whatnot. Yeah. And Hutch dies too, and then someone finds out that they're not related, and then what the console guy is actually was a bad guy. Yeah, he's a bad guy, and then actually Hodge's bird Hugin actually kills him, which is great. And that happens too. And what else happens? That's something that's very, very important. Well, I mean, we find out that, you know, he has demon blood and everything, and then Clary and Jace actually have angel blood, so that's great. They're not evil. But oh, that's aggressive, sir. That's aggressive, sir. And that's basically it. And then there was this big event where Valentine comes up and he's like a projection of some sort, and then he threatens everybody on that shit, and then he actually like kills the Inquisitor guy. I don't know how the hell he did that, but he did. So which is stupid, because that little weasel fucker. Yeah. Thank you for the hand licks. That's nice. And oh, and Simon, the guy who this boy is named after, he actually gets the mark of Cain on his forehead because oh my god, I can't think of the guy's name, the vampire guy who has a Hispanic name. Oh, sorry, dude. But oh, you got stuff on your butt. Oh my god, I got Salvatore. His name's not Salvatore. Hi. He actually wanted to kill him, and then Simon turns himself in, and then they actually fight in the war. And Clary makes up this awesome ruin for like downworlders, and one downworlder and a shadow hunter to bind them, to have like power and all that stuff, to make sure they're binded together. So whatever. So that's kind of cool. And oh, then what's his face dies. That's great. Oh my goodness. Here, sit down. Thank you. Whenever Valentine actually raises the angel Raziel, right? I gotta be careful with what he does. He'll make a grand escape. The dang angel actually shoots him down. In my humblest opinion, he smites him.
Text message, it's your husband.
Oh, what's my husband telling me he's off? Damn, it's like 2 o'clock. Okay. Man, I gotta deal with his ass till 2 o'clock. I'm just joking. I love him. But anyway, the angel smites him basically and kills him, which is great. And then, cause he actually kills Jace, and then the angel summons him up and, like, you know, heals him and saves him because Clary asked him to. You enjoying the couch, buddy? Don't you get up on that arm. He likes to get up on the arm of the couch and then get on the table for some reason and then makes his grand escape. It's funny. But, I thoroughly enjoyed this book, and the console guy and the Inquisitor guy, like, literally bugs the hell out of me. Bug me. In the way how they just want to make up a story just to, like, not actually solve the problem. But, yeah, that bugged me. But now I'm on to City of Fallen Angels. This might be a part 3. Hey. So I might do a part 3 of my reading the Cassandra Clare books, whatever. So I might do that. I don't know. We'll see. So let's see if I got any more thoughts. Samian, say bye. Say bye. Isn't he the cutest thing? There you go. He has his 5 minutes of fame. Bye. Guess who went to Costco and got a whole case of Prosecco? Me. Look at that. They're all right here. I got the Kirkland's brand of rosé, okay? Not rosé, Prosecco, because it's cheaper than Walmart. So that's an update. And I'm about to bake me a glass. So, and then read. And after we're deciding what we're having for dinner besides this chicken that I pulled out. So, yeah. I'll probably see you if I'm vibing really hard, so. I think I last left you guys off of me saying I have a case of Prosecco, right? And I said I'll update you when I'm vibing. Well, I was vibing. But it wasn't because I was reading. I'll give you that much. A little rough right now. So I didn't read at all. I should think I read like 30 pages or something like that, but wasn't doing a lot of reading. Like past 8 o'clock. Well, I drank two bottles of Prosecco by myself because I thought that was the best idea. Honestly, the first bottle, it was kind of like accident because I used a wine glass, but my husband says it's a water glass. It's a wine glass. We got them things at Costco. It's wine, but and I was measuring as if I was drinking wine. I guess, I don't know, I just over poured a little bit because I don't have a sense of measurement. So, I had 3 glasses, right, and it finished the bottle, that first bottle, and then I asked my husband, handed him the other bottle. I was like, should I? And he proceeded to open it, so I just took it as, yeah, okay, I'll drink the other one. But, I mean, he did kind of bad, too, because he was drinking whiskey and Coke, and he was pouring heavy on his, too, so, he was vibing, too. We were vibing with each other last night, so, yeah, I'll just leave you off of that for right now, but, if I have any book-related stuff, and if I actually read, I'll get back to you. Hi, I'm back, and I think I'm finishing this reading vlog, because I think it's gonna be long enough, and, I didn't know what book I was reading. I think I finished City. I did finish City of Glass. I think I've wrapped that up and all that stuff. So I hope I did, but finished that, and then I started this one, City of Fallen Angels and all that stuff, and I finished this one. And the theme is, I think, in these books, like not really the theme, but like a lot of the things that I've noticed that Simon, poor Simon, he has like the worstest of luck. Like, I don't know what Cassandra Clare has against this boy, but dang. Like, he be just not getting anything good. Like, we start off with, like, him having a date with, Isabel, and turns out he's with her and Maya. but like he doesn't know the rules of dating and stuff, like being exclusive, whatever the heck that means. He doesn't know like the rules really. Like he really doesn't know. Okay, he does not communicate that fairly well, and so eventually they do both find out about each other, but then they're not mad at him for too hard, because they're like, they kind of come to the senses and they understand, like, okay, this boy kind of really didn't know. So, which I liked that they actually didn't stay mad at him for that long. It's like, honestly, can you blame him? He doesn't know. I mean, he doesn't. So, and then he gets called in by Camille's subjugates, Camille Beckcourt, and she's like, you should work with me and take down Santiago and blah blah blah. And turns out she was Lilith is trying to raise up Sebastian. Okay, so she was killing all these downworlders in different areas and all that stuff, and getting blood, she's trying to recreate what Sebastian Morgenstern is, and she couldn't do that. And she's also trying to raise him up, so she was connecting all this other stuff to create this ritual to raise him up. And Camille was in on it, but like it wasn't like her choice necessarily. She was manipulated by Lilith to do it, so that happens. Simon actually ends up taking her in with the clave, and then she only wants to talk to Magnus. And a little bit of thing about Magnus is him and Alec are Alec's actually coming to the realization that Magnus has been alive for like a long time. He said he's had like a lot of partners and stuff, and I mean, I feel like every girl kind of understands, like, if you're with a guy that's a little bit older than you, or significantly older than you, and they've been like married once or twice, or they've been with other people, it's kind of weird to think about, like, you've been with other people. Ooh, I get that, but like it's like, if they're choosing to be with you, then they're gonna be with you, and if they're gonna go off and cheat or do whatever, then fuck them, because that other person can have him, because that's not the person you're supposed to be with. But he's kind of going through that too. That's a little side storyline. And Jace actually goes through a thing where he's actually being technically possessed by Lilith, or she's not like possession necessarily, but he's being controlled by Lilith, because when he died, the angel Raziel like brings him back to life, and the protections boards that they have on them when they're born and all that stuff, it's stripped away. So technically he starts all over, which allowed Lilith to come in there and go, hey, and possesses him, and then she gives him dreams about killing Clary and all that stuff, which is so crazy. And so when it comes time, whenever he has Clary in his clutches, and he's still kind of conscious of like, I don't want to do this, but his body's his brain is like, I don't want to do this, but his brain and his body is not communicating as well. Like, there's a disconnect where like his body's doing something else than what his brain is telling him to do, And she actually cuts the signal, her little scar that he has right there that Lilith gave him all that stuff. So then they end up defeating Lilith and all that stuff, and which is great. And then at the very end, somehow freaking Jace has the idea of, because what he needed to complete the ritual was have Simon bite him, and then he needed some blood. Okay, so then for some reason he like cuts his hand or something like that, and actually gives him blood, and gives him his own blood, and all of a sudden they disappeared. I don't know why. I don't know if it's still like a. I actually totally forget. I don't know if it's because it's like a So like Lilith has her power on over him still, or she's not completely dead. Like come on, these demons and stuff like Belial or Belial and Lilith and whatever, they don't really go away. Like, you injure them and they partially go away. Like Belial, he was stabbed one time by Cortana, and he's not really dead. He's just half there, and he isn't really dead. So I think that's what it was. And then all of a sudden he like disappeared. So yeah, that's it with this one. I just said how and then Maya, we actually meet Maya's boyfriend, Jordan, right? And it turns out that he didn't know if he was changing or not, and he didn't mean to hit her or whatnot when they were in the relationship. He didn't mean to change her, and so they've made up somewhat. So that was another side story, which is funny because Simon's actually staying with him and stuff because his mom kicked him out. Which I want to touch on how just the several things that Simon has gone through. Okay, like Simon has gone through loving his best friend, didn't really love him back either. So that's like a heartbreak right there. It's like, oh my god, what? And then he finds out that his best friend is like a shadow hunter and gets introduced to this new world that he has no idea it ever existed. He's finding out like demons, vampires, werewolves are like indeed true. The stories are true, like they say. And then he goes out with them, and then like he gets turned into a rat, which is scary on its own. Come on, can you imagine what it's like to be a rat? Like you're running around and people are so big, like you get stepped on, squash, and then he gets kidnapped by the vampires, and then he somehow gets changed and he goes back and he gets turned into a vampire, and he has to deal with that, and then he has the mark of Cain on his forehead, which has a target on his back from everybody because he's not really accepted anywhere. Like he's not even human, so he's trying to pretend he's been human. He's not accepted by the vampires because he has the mark of Cain. He's not even accepted by most of the shadow hunters because he's a downworlder. So, and then his mom finds out because he's acting sketch. You know, mom's gonna know. She's gonna think I has drugs, or like you smoking dope. When I thought I saw about Red Foreman confronting oh my god, Eric about him smoking dope. I'm sorry, I had to do it. So then she finds the blood, and she's like, "Oh my god, what's wrong? What is this blood?" And then like he tells her, and then like she completely like he can't say like holy things. He can't say God. And he's Jewish. He's a Jewish man. So that's very, very important to him. And his mom ends up like saying prayers and all that stuff, and which affects him. He's like, and like he ends up getting kicked out of his own dang house, and has nowhere else to go. So it's like he just keeps getting beat down, and then like Camilla Belcourt wants to do something with him, and he has to take her out, and it's like, oh my god. It's like, I know, like, in the last book, he loses his memories and shit. Then he becomes a shadow hunter, but, like, no shit. Like, I wouldn't want to lose my memories after going through all that crap, so. And, oh my god, and then he bites, like, he's never, like, fed on any human, right? And he wasn't planning on it. But something ended up changing it, because, like, he's drinking animal blood, but it's not gonna stave him off or not, or whatever. You know, it's kind of like, the Cullens or whatnot. The same concept. But, like, he beats on this poor girl that has a crush on him and stuff, and like she wasn't dead, right? But the people that were trying to hunt him down and kill him, sent him a note, I'm gonna kill your girlfriend and we're slit her throat and blah blah blah, and he calls like the 3 people that he knows that people think that would be his girlfriend, right? They're safe, and it turned out it was that girl that he bit at like the concert that he was having. Like what? But anyway, enough about my little rant about Simon getting the shit in the stick. But this is my ending to my Cassandra Clare reading vlog part 2. I think I'm gonna do part 3. I'm just gonna do several parts because why not until Chain of Thorns come out. I'm supposed to get that it's supposed to come here February 2nd, right? It comes out 31st, right? But it could come early, you know. Now arriving, yep. So I'm almost there, so I have like 28 days, something like that. Oh, he has been testing me. Okay, cool. Anyway, so that's it. So drop me a like, comment, and subscribe, and all that stuff. So if you're enjoying your morning, day, evening, night, wherever you guys are at in the world, let me know, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.